guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is gonna kind of be, it's not new per se. I feel like I've done things like these in the past, but I haven't really ever followed this particular format. So I've done wishlist videos, I've done anti-haul videos, but I've never done like a discussing new releases. Is this gonna go into my wish list, or is this gonna go into the anti-haul list kind of a video? So I think I'm just gonna call this wish list or anti-haul. I know people use much better names on the internet like purchase or pass or like stuff like that, but I just want to keep this as real as possible in the best name. And the most meaningful name that came to my head was, is this going to go into my wish list or is it going to go into the anti-haul? So wish list or anti-haul, that's what I'm going to call the series, and this is the first episode, we can call it, of this series. I will probably be doing these videos, I want to say, every month or so. It might sometimes take a little bit longer than a month if I feel like there aren't a lot of new releases coming out. And I feel like this time I did a video like sort of in this format not that long ago, but since then a lot of new products have come into the market. So I decided, you know what, I have a pretty long list and it's time that we do one of these videos. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be. And let's dive right into it. I have the list pulled up on my other phone, so yeah, let's dive right into it. The first product that launched is from the brand Eclat. So now Eclat is a brand that a lot of people feel like it's a little shady. I would personally say that I've just tried one product from them, so I can't gauge everything basis of that, but their products are typically a little bit more on the higher end side. I want to say they don't necessarily give you like high-end vibes, but the prices are definitely high-end. And they came out with a moisturizer. It's called the Hydro Moist Moisturizer, and this one, I don't remember the exact price, to be completely honest. In fact, I don't have the prices of a lot of these things, just want to tell you, but the packaging seemed pretty simple, pretty basic. They have a lot of more like interesting products, so I would not expect them to release something as basic as a moisturizer. And I would say that for the price and for the kind of product, it's again pretty basic. So for that reason, I don't think that I see myself buying this one. This is definitely going to go into my anti-haul. There are some other products from Eclat that I'm interested to try out, like the EGF serum, like the fade out. For sure, it's something that's on my wish list, but the Hydro Moist Moisturizer, not really. So yeah, first item in the anti-haul list. Moving on next to something that was very interesting. I would typically not put products from this brand in these videos per se, but I just saw this on Instagram and I was really intrigued. So it's by the brand Klairs, and I have tried the Midnight Blue Calming Cream, which is super duper hyped up, but apart from that I haven't tried out any other products. But when I saw that they launched like a BB cream looking SPF, I was interested. And then when I saw the price, obviously Klairs in India would probably be a little bit more expensive. It's not expensive, I would say it's mid-range, but when I saw the amount of product that you're getting it, and it's an SPF product, so you're going to typically go through it pretty quickly as well because you'll be using more amount of product. They came out with a blemish cream. So this to me seems like an all-in-one product because it's got color correcting abilities, I'm pretty sure. It's also got SPF 40, and it's, again, like I mentioned, it's called a blemish cream, so the ingredients, I'm pretty sure, are also targeted towards that. So it's like a blemishes kind of a product with SPF, which also has color correcting abilities. So it's kind of like a 3-in-1 situation. And I think for that, like if you're someone who's going into like a more minimalist route and you really want minimum products, I think it's really interesting. And if I am looking at doing like a minimalist challenge or something like that, then maybe I might consider getting it. For now, this is a maybe because I think for the price and the quantity of product, I'm like, it's a little too expensive, but then again, it's a little unique and intriguing and innovative as well. So again, I might buy this, I might not buy this. Right now I'm in the maybe spot. Moving on next to a brand and some products that recently launched, and I think I did a video talking about Conscious Chemist not that long ago. It was my previous trying and testing our new products, is when I mentioned some of the Conscious Chemist products. I've tried out their Reboot Night Serum, their Vitamin C, and their Porology Toner. And now they've suddenly come out with a lot of new products. in one go, and these are all serums. These are serums that seem pretty interesting, and if I hadn't tried Conscious Chemist in the past, then this would definitely be on my wish list. But after experiencing, I wouldn't say that the brand is necessarily bad, but I just feel like most of the products I don't see results with on my skin. I feel like they're super duper gentle, and again, the whole extracts kind of situation that they have going on with them, I'm just like, this is a brand that I'm not interested in. So they launched a salicylic acid serum that they call their Flash Fix. They launched a niacinamide serum, and they launched a hyaluronic acid as well, and all the three products go into my anti-haul list, because basically I feel like now, no matter how good of products Conscious Chemist launches, I will just not be into them, because there are so many other brands and products out there that I'm more excited to try. And because of my past experience, I feel like none of their products would ever reach holy grail status for me. So yes, I know I'm being a little bit biased in that sense, but it is what it is. For me, this brand is definitely a no-no from now on. So all the three products go into my wow, I forgot, anti-haul list. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next, talking about active ingredients, we have one more brand that has surprisingly been sleeping on, like releasing and like active based products in their like product lineup, but now they've been launching like products like these back to back. And the brand I'm talking about is Plum. So Plum has been in the market and has been very popular since the past 3-4 years, I want to say. Their launches are always super intriguing, and I feel like that's the reason why people just never forget about this brand, because they always come out with something new, something interesting, innovative, not innovative, but like something that grabs people's attentions. So they haven't really launched actives for the longest time, but this year itself, I'm pretty sure they launched a vitamin C serum, and now they recently launched a niacinamide, and both of these products are on my like wish list. I would say I definitely do want to try them out. But after they launching the niacinamide, they launched a hyaluronic acid serum. And if you know my thoughts on hyaluronic acid, like I feel like I've not been super vocal about it, but to me hyaluronic acid is just, it's hyaluronic acid. I have more oily skin, I would say, and it's not super dehydrated. Like if I take care of my skin really well, I feel like my other products hydrate my skin well enough to the point where I don't need to specifically use something that has hyaluronic acid. So even though this ingredient has been super popular and like so many brands have been coming out with hyaluronic acid products, and Plum joined the list as well, but I don't think that you need to specifically add just a hyaluronic acid serum in your routine. That's just, again, my personal opinion. If you are someone who's doing that and it's been working well for you, then please continue doing what you're doing. You don't need to not do it just because I or anyone else on the internet is telling you that you don't need a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum. If you are using one and it's working for you, please go ahead and do that. But for me personally, I think there are so many other actives out there in the market that I am really looking forward to using, that I don't necessarily see the point as to why I should use a dedicated product. So again, long ass blabbering, like let's just cut it down. And yeah, this one is again going on my anti-haul, not gonna buy that. But Nykaa actually launched some skincare products recently, and again they jumped on the active bandwagon as well, and they launched salicylic acid, a hyaluronic acid serum, a retinol serum, and a niacinamide serum. So a lot of ingredients, a lot of active ingredients based products. And what impressed me even more is that the niacinamide serum has ingredients apart from niacinamide as well. Niacinamide is not the only active ingredient in the product. Similarly, even with the salicylic acid, even with the hyaluronic acid, and like what else did I miss? Yeah, retinol as well. For all the 4 serums that they launched, I think in their Skin Secrets range it's called, or it's like Skin RX or something like that. I don't remember the exact like brand like range name that they have going on in their brand, but overall I have to say that I was very impressed with all the serums that they launched. But then I realized after like the excitement kind of like, I would say, faded away, the thought came into my head and I was like, oh my god, I definitely want to get these, but what if they have fragrance in them? Like, it's gonna be a no-no for me for sure. Not because I don't like fragrance in my, like, I don't like fragrance in my products, but it's not like my skin doesn't like fragrance. It's just that I've realized that I enjoy using fragrance-free skincare way more than I enjoy fragrance in my skincare at this point. So that's why I was like, if this has perfume or fragrance in it, it's gonna be a big no-no for me. I'm just not gonna use it no matter how good the ingredient list is otherwise. So then I went to the app which I typically use when I'm scrolling on my phone, and I checked the ingredients list, and they actually don't have fragrance. Like, they don't, at least they haven't listed fragrance on the ingredients list, and they don't typically market it to be fragrance free, which I know a lot of people typically use that claim when they're talking about fragrance free products. They specifically label the products as fragrance free. Nykaa didn't do that, but then they don't have fragrance in the ingredients list either. So that kind of makes me curious, that is it actually fragrance free and they haven't marketed that, or did they just not mention fragrance in the ingredients list, but it actually has fragrance? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably buy one of their serums. I'm not gonna go crazy and buy all four. I'll probably buy just one, depending on when I decide to buy it and which ingredient I want to add in to my skincare routine at that point. And then let's see if it has fragrance, and once I actually get the product, I will read the ingredients list much better, and then we'll see. So this one for now I'm gonna say is in my wish list, because I do want to try it out still. I'm definitely not gonna put this in my anti-haul. I'm excited to see what Nykaa has to offer when it comes to like potent active based skincare. So yeah, this one goes in my wish list. And then another product which is probably not a new launch, but this is one that I just randomly saw again on Instagram, and I was really intrigued because I feel like I did not see this promoted when they were like, so again, it's a Nykaa product, and typically whenever they have a new launch, they will really promote that a lot on their Nykaa Beauty Instagram and also the My Nykaa Instagram. My Nykaa is more for like the retail Instagram that they have, and Nykaa Beauty is for the in-house Nykaa Beauty products. So I've not seen this product like on their stories ever, and they have a product, they have a new, I'm assuming new product, which I was intrigued by, and that is hair towels. So the hair towels that are specifically only meant to like cover your hair and it looks like a turban and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. And I randomly saw this in like a sponsored story when I was scrolling on Instagram, and that's when I came across it and I saw it, and I'm like, okay, looks nice. And this is one that again, part of me wants to buy it, but the other part of me is just like, you know what, I have cotton towels in my house that I'm perfectly fine with using. And I also wanted to mention that I've kind of made a switch when it comes to using hair towels in my hair. I don't use the typical thick towels that I would otherwise use for my body. I was doing that earlier because I feel like because I have such long hair, which if you did not know, yes, I'm boasting just a little bit, but I have pretty long hair, which is why they've like, sometimes the regular thinner towels don't do a very good job at absorbing all of the water. So I use those really thick towels specifically for my hair. But I've realized that the friction that is caused by them kind of makes your hair more frizzy. So recently, since the past few months, I've been using like thinner towels, which probably take a little bit longer, and you might have to use like one towel when you get out of the shower, and then if that gets like really soaking wet, then I might use a second towel. So sometimes I even have to use two towels on my hair when I'm drying them, but still those are slightly more softer and gentler on my hair. And I've noticed that I wouldn't say the frizziness is less. My hair is still frizzy. I just have frizzy hair, and it's also colored as well, so maybe that's also part of it. But yeah, I feel like I mean, I still feel like on the inside I'm doing something better for my hair. So yeah, the Nykaa hair towel is definitely not a cotton one. It's like the thicker fabric, again a synthetic fabric. So yeah, for that reason I'm just like, I need to talk myself out of buying this one, because again, I don't feel like I need it. I really don't. So yeah, help me in like talking me out of buying a hair towel that I don't need. Please, 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 please. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next I actually have some makeup products to talk about as well, and we just have a few more products. So even though this video is getting a little bit longer, I just want to quickly cover these because these are kind of the more like newer launches. Some of the other ones that I spoke about have still been there for like a few weeks at this point, but we also have some more like new launches. So talking about makeup, some products that have been in the market for a while that I'm excited to try out, and I generally won't be talking about makeup as long as something is going to go into like my wish list and something I'm super excited to try. So the first product which I actually bought already because that's how excited I was is the PAC Studio HD Pressed Powder. This comes in 3 shades, by the way. There's a banana shade, there's a translucent shade, and then there's like a darker shade for darker skin tones, but it's supposed to be like more of a translucent actually kind of a powder. And the faces one that I'm really loving, I've already hit pan on, so I'm gonna hopefully use it up. And then when I saw the PAC one launch, I was like, you know what, let me try this out as well. I was just feeling it. So yeah, when PAC was having a sale on their website, I did end up buying this one as well. So yeah, that one is not on my wish list, it's not in my anti-haul list, it's already in my collection. So yeah, that was that. Moving on next to something that is in my wish list and it's also currently in my Nykaa cart. Is the Colorbar Liquid Gel Eyeliner. Now I really love the Colorbar's all matte eyeliner that I have again in my collection already, and then when they launched the liquid gel eyeliner sometime back, it's again a similar packaging, but again I don't know why they call it a liquid gel. I'm kind of intrigued, and I will say that the claims of the product, the packaging, like all of it together just makes me really excited to try it. So yeah, it's in my cart and I will probably buy that along with a couple of things sometime soon. So let me know if you want me to do like a small quick Nykaa haul in the next couple of weeks probably. Let's see. But yeah, that one is also in my wish list and in my cart. Moving on, next we have a product again by Nykaa which launched, I believe, like I've been seeing them teasing it since 2 to 3 days. Like when I'm actually filming this video, it's been like 2 to 3 days since they've been teasing it, but it's probably going to be a while before this video goes up because I am pre-filming. So yeah, the product might have already been out and you might have already been seeing reviews also. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen any reviews yet from fellow bloggers, but this is the Nykaa all day matte liquid lipsticks. So it's more of a longer packaging. They already have the matte to last liquid lipsticks and I do own the shade Bombay. So this is one of the ranges that, first of all, the colors are beautiful. When I saw the swatches on the Nykaa Instagram, I was like, this is beautiful. It looks so pretty, and I feel like whichever color I buy from the range, I'm going to be happy with. Like that's how beautiful the swatches look. So yeah, I do again see myself buying one of the shades. I haven't decided which shade I'm going to buy, but I do really want to buy one of the shades. Again, the claims are great. It says waterproof, transfer proof, mask proof and all of that. And I do want to say, in my personal opinion, the matte to last liquid lipsticks, the shade Bombay at least, is pretty transfer proof. I would say it's not 100% transfer proof. You might get a little transfer, especially if you're like out in the sun and you're sweating and stuff like that. I feel like the sweat kind of mixed with the lipstick can make it transfer a little bit on the mask, but otherwise I would say it's pretty damn transfer proof. So I'm excited to see how different this one is to that, and I also want to like compare the 2 lipsticks as well. So let me know if you would like to see me do a video just compare the matte to last formulation with the all day matte lipstick, like all day matte liquid lipstick formulation. If that's something you would be interested in, then please do let me know. But yeah, that was some of the makeup in specific that I'm really interested in and I'm hoping to get my hands on soon. Moving on to the last 2 products. Again, like I mentioned earlier, Plum did launch a hyaluronic acid serum quite a few weeks back, but then recently they actually launched a retinol serum as well, which again, pretty exciting. Retinol is an ingredient that, even though is typically called more of an anti-aging ingredient, I feel like retinol is, again, like it was introduced in the market as an anti-acne product. It's also something that is said to regulate your pores really well. It's kind of more like an ingredient that does it all. So I feel like for that reason I am really excited to try a retinol. I was a little intimidated in the beginning, but I feel like my skin is pretty resilient, so I don't need to be as scared to try it out, and I would definitely start with an over-the-counter retinol, something that is more gentle and that is like mass marketed. So yeah, for that reason, again, this is one that I'm going to be adding into my wish list for sure, and something that I do see myself try out. And last but not the least, this is not really a new launch, but it's just a new kind of product that Plum launched, and that is their shower gel refills. Now, you know, I'm a big fan of the Hawaiian Rumba shower gel by Plum. I've used up bottles and bottles and bottles of this product. It's one of my most repurchased products. It's the shower gel that I've been using literally every single morning. It smells beautiful, absolute freaking amazing, and this is like one of my favorite go-to, absolute freaking favorite shower gels that I anyways buy a lot. But now that they've launched refills, I'm super duper excited, because that way I'm not gonna like actually go through bottles and bottles of it and create as much plastic waste. Like, of course there'll still be plastic waste that will be produced when it comes to the refills, but when it comes to the bottles of shower gel, which is again hard plastic, the size is also smaller. It comes with around 200 or maybe 240 250 ml of product, whereas the shower gel comes with 500 ml of the shower gel, the product. So one shower gel refill is equal to like 2 full bottles of shower gel, which I think also needs to be considered when you're talking about like plastic production and consumption. I don't know why I couldn't say that properly, but yeah, I think that's super duper important, and it's great that they launched these refill packs when it comes to their shower gels. So yeah, I do have a lot of backups already in my collection, but once I go through all of those, you best believe that when I buy the shower gels, I'm gonna just buy the refill packs. So yeah, those are all the products that I wanted to talk about that have launched recently, that I am either super excited about or I'm just not going to be buying ever. I know the video was a little bit longer than I hoped and expected, but I'm really happy that I could cover my whole list. And yes, let me know if you found the video helpful. Let me know which of the products you're interested in, the things that I am excited to buy. If there's anything that you want to try out as well, or you want to know my review on, please let me know down below, because that would help me in making my purchasing decisions as well, because then I know I can review it for you guys. And if there is something that you have tried out or you have on your wish list as well, even if it's not on my wish list, maybe it's in my anti-haul list, or maybe it's in my like maybe list, still let me know down below, because I would love to have a conversation with you in the comment section about those things. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.